Welcome back to Variologies. I'm Dan Calcagno. Today we're going to look at something very interesting. We're going to look at how simulation theory can help us make sense of the Christian faith. Now, a disclaimer to start the video. Today's discussion is simply a thought experiment. It's meant to help us think outside the box. Whether you're a Christian or an atheist or somewhere in between, this video is meant to help you think new thoughts. Think of reality in a new way. What is simulation theory? Well, it's the notion that our reality might be an artificial simulation. That is something like a computer program. Or think of the movie The Matrix. In that movie, human beings were stuck inside a computer program, a simulation of reality. Or consider video games. 30, 40 years ago, video games were pretty primitive, but nowadays, video games have their own worlds with their own physics, societies, histories, and the programmers of the game can really do a lot within these worlds, manipulating the players within, introducing new elements, or even ending the game altogether. Now, of course, characters within video games today are not conscious beings. They don't have consciousness, but we can speculate and we can imagine that what if our technology advances so far one day to the point where somehow the characters in our video games could gain consciousness in some way. That would mean they would be real people, so to speak, living in a simulation. But then what if our existence is the result of advanced technology of higher beings? So if we start thinking in this way, we can begin to make comparisons between the Christian faith and simulation theory. And in this analogy, God would be the creator of our simulation. He would be the programmer of this reality, of this simulated reality. And in fact, functionally, that's the same thing as when Christians say that God is the creator of everything. We're basically saying he is the programmer of our reality. Creation is the word that we use to refer to our reality. That wouldn't be any different than the hypothetical conscious people in our simulated reality, in our video game. And in fact, from their perspective, we, the ones who have programmed that reality, we would be seen as higher beings. And our reality would be seen as sort of a higher reality, a heaven-like reality, where we are able to be outside of space and time, so to speak, and see everything that could possibly happen. And that's the way heaven is depicted in the Bible, a realm of existence beyond our physical existence. It transcends space and time, and it is in that sense the more true reality, the more base reality. So heaven represents a state of being beyond the parameters of the simulation, of creation. So from our vantage point, heaven is this existence that's beyond us, even beyond time. Even those of us who have the view of heaven coming to earth and merging with earth, that can simply be understood as the more true base reality becoming apparent to us within our reality. We understand what the truer reality is, and it becomes merged with our reality. We become aware of the truer reality. Now, you might object to this whole video and say, well, our faith is not science fiction, but think of it. Something is science fiction only because technology has not advanced enough. Warp drive and visiting other planets in Star Trek is science fiction because we have not yet achieved that technology, but that could become a reality in a few hundred years. And the same could be true for a simulation. And we ourselves, again, could be the result of a simulation already. The same problems and the same challenges that a person within a simulation has in terms of trying to prove their reality are the same as ours in real life. We can't prove with certainty of an existence beyond our own, of beings beyond our own. The fact that we can imagine such scenarios and even one day create such a scenario with our own simulation gives me plenty to think about in terms of what is real and how our faith can be explained in a fairly rational way. Of course, I'm not able to prove any of this. It's more just a thought experiment. But if we do see faith in this way, it can offer us some profound insights into our understanding of reality.